Hey everyone, Aaron here from the Cool Guys Nation, and welcome to part 2 of creating the Dalek Necron army. In this episode, we are going to complete all of the warriors for this army, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Our high-resolution print is complete. Let's take it out. We need to drop this in our isopropyl alcohol and then put it into our UV sterilizer to cure it. Then we will remove our support structure, and if it looks good, we will print ourselves a whole bunch more. I have completed printing all of the Daleks that I need for the Dalek Warriors. There are 35, 36, approximately 43, and I did test a couple different paint schemes. As you can see, I have this silver one here, which I like a lot, and I think we're going to use this paint scheme for the Lich Guard, but our warriors are going to be the standard Dalek gold color. So, as you saw before, there's our scale. We need to remove all of the print structure from all of these. I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and then we can convert and paint it up. We are going to be using the proper warrior weapons, so I went ahead and I bought a bunch of used Necrons. You can see these were put together backwards. Got these off Daka, really great price. We have tons of warriors with guns, all with the nice little green plastic that we get to cut apart in order to finish our Dalek warriors. This is the final paint job that I have decided to go with. It is the classic gold and silver, so we're going to go ahead and finish up all of these warriors. We have our Dalek primed and cleaned up. We are ready to paint. We're going to be using the airbrush for a base coat. We're going to be using a bright bronze game color mixed 1-to-1 with airbrush medium. On the head, we're going to be using glorious gold, also mixed 1-to-1 with airbrush medium. For the purposes of this video, I am just going to paint one of the Daleks, but normally I would paint at least 5 to 10 at a time. I mixed the paint, I have it in my airbrush, and we are ready to lay down our base. Our base coat is down. Now we just need to let it dry. And the next step is we are going to add a bit of gold just to the top. So you can see it sort of makes the skull, I don't know what you call the top of a Dalek, pop, the head. And then after that, we will be doing our wash. We have mixed our glorious gold with 1 part airbrush medium in the pot of our airbrush, and we're going to add a very slight gold tint to the head of our Dalek. That's it. Very simple. Doesn't look like much, but it gives the model a very nice gradient when it's dry, as you can see here. And then after we put the wash on it, it's going to look. Our next step is to paint our base black. To do that, we are using Formula P3 Thamar black paint and a number 2 silver brush. And there we go. Just need to do this to the other 39. Next, we are going to paint on the silver dots. This process is fairly simple. We're going to be using lead belcher base with a base brush, and we're just going to be hitting the tips of the dot. We're not going to try to go all the way around. We will let the wash fill in the rest. Small amount of paint on the brush, and we're just going to move around, hitting a little bit of silver on each nodule. Next step, we're going to add a wash. Going to be using Null Oil. We are using a GW wash brush. Make sure we get a bit around the antennas, onto the eyepiece. There we go. Wash is applied. Last step for this part of the process is a light dry brush. We're going to be using a Citadel small dry brush, an older one, and Necron compound. We're going to be focusing our dry brush on the ribs under the head and on the neck and onto the dots slightly. One of the problems with 3D prints, particularly mine, is that it might be hard to see, but there are slightly elevated portions. We don't always have perfectly flat plastic. Dry brush can pick that up a little bit, so we need to be careful for those areas. And there we have it. The first part of painting our Dalek Necrons is done. Next time, we're going to be converting the Necron gun so that it fits onto our warrior, our Dalek Warrior, as well as painting it. So until next time, this has been Aaron from the Cool Guys Nation. Remember to like and subscribe. If you want to take your support to the next level, go ahead and click on the link to Patreon. We have some nice giveaways if you choose to support us in that way.